Well, a funny thing happened on the way to a meetup group. I wasn't able to get out in time to meet up with them. That's what meetup groups are about, right? You meet unless you're running late. I had some things at home that I wasn't able to leave the house as I expected. So anyway, I notified them and raced over here as quick as I could, but then they had already waited about 10 minutes for me, and I felt badly, and I let them know, and I thought maybe I could catch up. But when I got to the park area, you can see it's very treed, heavily treed, and lots of wonderful paths around. But when I got to the meeting place, my internet on my phone wasn't working, my Wi-Fi, and then also I didn't know what path to take. I know I'm going to spiritualize this, and it's true, but you can read into what I'm going to say. But the fact is I didn't have a map. I couldn't see a sign, and there were 3 or 4 options to take from this one park area meeting place. And then I just looked up and saw, oh yeah, there's a group of people up there. I wonder if that's them. So instead of walking through the woods alone, I mean, completely alone, which I'd never want to do, I thought I would just kind of follow this group until I could kind of ask without being intrusive if they were this meetup group. So finally we got to the end of a long trek, and I was huffing and puffing because they were much younger than me. And I asked them, I said, oh no, we're with some nature conservatory with the Parks Department. I said, oh, I said, well, I'm here to meet up a group of ladies. And so she put me back on the right trail that I didn't see a map for. So I thought, well, maybe I could catch up with them, but now I don't know if they're behind me or they're ahead of me, because we took kind of a cut through the center of the park, and they're on the fringes, so I could very well be way ahead of them, I don't know. But at this point, I found myself walking through the woods and praying in the Spirit, talking to the Lord and singing to Him. And I just kind of felt like, wow, I felt like Gretel on the Hansel and Gretel story. I had no bread with me to leave. I called my daughter, I called my other daughter, I called my sister. Nobody was available to take my call. I said, I just want you guys to know I'm out here in the woods by myself. And I don't usually like that. And now I can see a sign up ahead. But the thing is, isn't that the way life is? We're not prepared, we're running late. Like the Virgin ran out of oil. I couldn't help get out of the house any sooner than I did. It was a physical thing. But it just made me think about walking on that windy path, kind of like Pilgrim's Progress. I think I should watch that movie again. It's a really good one. Rogue River Fellowship, I think, is the name of the church that produced a fabulous one. So anyway, it just made me think about that. It's like, yeah, the straight and narrow path the Lord will keep us on. Well, the path was narrow for sure, but it wasn't straight. And I just wanted to say that it's kind of the way life is. There's lots of curves in the path that we can, have to follow along, but don't let it throw us off. I was trying for a while to get back to this main road where there were people. I don't even know where my car is right now, but I know I'm on the right path now. But I just prayed, so Lord, I know you'll bring me where I need to go. And I just got over, I had COVID, and I was diagnosed with avian flu, which, bird flu, which is like human version. It's like, yeah, right. Every other month I've been sick this year. And then had a crisis with my daughter last year, and just a lot of things kept me away. I just did not feel inspired. But it's not about me. It's not about my flesh. It's about serving the Lord. So now I'm just getting myself back in shape. I told the Lord, I said, I want my temple to be healthy and strong and energized for you. I want to serve your kingdom, God. I'm not going to give in to this illness. I'm not going to give in to these setbacks, what appear to be setbacks, because Lord, I know that you are guiding me, but there is a part that I have to play, and that is to get up, get out of bed, stop just cramming stuff down your throat, think about what you're eating physically, spiritually, mentally, and all that good stuff. And I just had to do some soul searching and praying. And so anyway, that's kind of what's going on here. I just thought it was kind of a good way to maybe get back into my video. That's why I'm actually kind of breathless. Like I said earlier, I have asthma and I haven't been working out at all, and I'm on a health weight loss program because I'm just not feeling comfortable, because I've been just so sick for so long, and medications, and the Lord brought me through it though, praise God. So now anyway, I'm just kind of wandering down this road. It's beautiful. Well, I just cut off by hitting the red button. I'm attracted to red dots. I don't know why. I just turned off the video that I was recording. So hopefully these two will be able to be spliced together. And I hate to do part 1 and part 2 because it just chops everything up so much, and people don't always go back to listen to part 2. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know that I am in the will of God. I am doing what He wants me to do, and I am getting prepared for the end time harvest, because I have been called, as many have been called, but I know I've been called to the end time harvest as a harvest worker. So I need to get my act together, and I am. So praise God. I hope you come and visit my channel again. YouTube knocked off about 290 subscribers from my subscription list, so now I'm down to 700, and it was almost 1,000. So they're messing with us, but I don't care. You know what? God knows who needs to listen to my videos and what I have to say and what He wants them to hear. So anyway, I just wanted to say that's it. God bless you, and we'll get going on more of this stuff. Okay, third part, because there's a couple things I forgot to mention. Not only did I take a confusing path to where I was trying to meet up with these people, even the name of my channel, Road Less Traveled, I took it. I took the Road Less Traveled, and it's interesting because it'll remind me that it is a road less traveled, but along that windy path, and then the shadows of the trees. Those are massive trees. I mean, look at here behind, and then anyway, now I can't reverse my screen. It doesn't give me the option. But anyway, the fact that it's sometimes we end up where we don't want to be, and the Lord's saying, that's okay, I'm still in control. I still know where you are. I know the number of hairs on your head today. And so I was telling one woman in this group that I was stalking, because I didn't want to walk by myself, and it wasn't the group I was looking for. It was a nature conservatory group. But I said, it's like when you make pancakes. You throw the batter in, the first batch, you got the butter in the pan or whatever, and you throw it in there, and it always comes out kind of like not as pretty as the rest. The first one is always just kind of weird. And so it was like, that was my trip today. It's like, throw the pancake out. The first one's never as good. Every adventure and outing I go on, I think I just overthink it, and I get a little OCD or worried about, meeting up and everything being perfect. And then I end up going, okay, that's another pancake that gets thrown away. Not that the experience gets thrown away, but I just need to lower my expectations on myself as far as not being so hard on myself. And trusting God to get me where I need to get to in life when it's meetup groups. And I mean, last week I went and with another group of ladies. I'm just trying to get myself out to meet people, because I'm not going to serve God's kingdom if I'm just staying home behind closed doors. So now it's time to get out. But I was supposed to meet at a library or at a museum, so I assumed it was the museum that I stopped at, put in my money for parking, and turns out that it was the wrong museum. It was like a block and a half away further down the road. And it's like I stopped right away when I saw the parking sign, and it said museum, but it was the wrong one. It was the art museum I was supposed to be at. And I just felt stupid. I felt foolish. It's like, I finally got to meet up with the group. At least that time I met up with them. But I was confused, and there was so many detours in the city that I had to go around the block a couple times to get back, because first time I missed the parking lot. Anyway, it just seems like when that's another pancake I'd throw out. So I just don't give up. I just keep going, and it doesn't always start out the best, but if I just don't get myself worked up and then kind of laugh about it, and that's why I'm making this video, because you gotta laugh at ourselves. It's just like too weird funny, because as hard as you can try to make it right, you just gotta go with what you gotta go with. So anyway, I'm going in this beautiful park right now. Wish I could turn this thing around. It's just not letting me. All right, bye.